Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Cory, the real estate guy, and today I want to go into a little bit more detail of what it looks like from point A to point Z throughout a transaction when purchasing a home. Behind me, I have a list of things as they flow or as they should happen throughout a contract. So listen closely. Hit me in my DMs if you have a question. Let me know. All right. So the first thing is, you need to get approved. You got to go and get your loan application done if you are not paying all cash. If you have a lender or financial institution that is going to be paying or helping you pay for a home, where you pay a down payment, they pay the rest, then you need to fill out a loan application. You can do that nowadays online and send that to them, and they take preliminary financials and give you a number that they'll say, hey, this is the amount of money that we'll approve you off of. And then you get your approval letter, which is conditional. It's conditional because it's based off the preliminary financials, your W-2, your driver's license, how much you can get paid hourly, things of that nature. They haven't actually verified it completely, so it's conditional. You see right here, in between that time or before that, you can actually contact me and we can get started with that process, or you can get the process started your own if you already know the lender that you want to choose, whichever floats your boat. Then after the approval letter, that's when we get to go find the home. We have our budget. Now, me and you get together and we talk about what specifics that you're looking for in the house, the neighborhood you're trying to be in, the school district, all those good things. We go searching for a home, which is a great time. After you find that home, after that home is found, then you have to get that home under contract, which means now that conditional letter is put together with an offer. It's called a 1-to-4 family contract here in Texas. And what that is that saying, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I want to buy your house. Here's what I'm offering. At that point, hopefully we get an acceptance. If not, we have to do some negotiations and we move forward, we get accepted. Now we are under contract, which means you are the only person at that time can buy the house. Amazing. Moving on from that, that translates now into what you call the LE, or the loan estimate. The loan estimate is preliminary mortgage numbers, as you can see back here. And that gives you a rough estimate of what your taxes, insurance, homeowner insurance, all that good stuff is going to formulate your one-time mortgage payment per month. It's estimated. We move on from there. Now that you are under contract, we are under contract, which means in my contracts, I always opt to get an option period. And what this gives you the opportunity to do is it gives you an opportunity to investigate the home, do inspections, termite inspection, any kind of normal trek inspection to make sure everything's okay with the house. If not, we poke holes, we ask questions. And we want to see if we can get everything we need repaired or fixed, or some type of funds so we can take care of our own. But you want to utilize that time where only you can buy the house and you have the option to opt out, but you want to make sure you have time to do your due diligence. Okay, moving on from the prepaids. Also in the prepaids, your option money, earnest money, what you pay, 1% of the sales price that goes in with your offer. And then your inspections, which is nowadays about $350 to $600. From then, after your prepaid, I erased it a little bit. Your updated docs. Now the lender is asking for more bank statements. They're asking for W-2s or any assets that you may have. They are making sure that you are able to close on the loan. We've done everything. They have the contract. Now they're trying to make sure that financially you guys are prepared for the closing table in about 2 weeks. After that, you end your option period. What I like to do for our option period is I like to ask for anywhere between 7 to 10 days, because it is calendar days. So weekends are included in that. The moment we go into the contract, the very next day that clock starts. So the more time that we have to investigate and look at that house, the better. Okay. But now we've ended that option period. Everything looks good. We want to move forward with the house. Okay. After that, your title commitment. So what happens is there's a title company that's involved. Stewart Title, Frontier Titles, thousands here in Texas. And what they do is they do a abstract title search, is what it's called. And in that title search, they're looking for anything, encumbrances, anything that's problematic with that land or with that home. They want to make sure the person that's selling you that house owns that house, okay? And that when it's transferred to you, you are now the sole owner of the house. That's what the title company does, as well as conduct the closing. You want the title commitment. It has the schedules on it. It has A, B, and C, D schedules. And it gives you pertinent information as to what's going on with that property. Next, you want to have a survey. Survey is like a blueprint of what that house looks like. Okay, it's like a blueprint of a building. It gives you the meets and bounds, is what they call it. It gives you a blueprint of what is your land and what is your home, where you can and where you can't build per code for the city. And moving on almost toward the end, homeowners insurance. Okay, homeowners insurance is a big thing. Just like car insurance, they will not let you leave the lot if you do not have insurance. Same thing with the closing table of a home. If you do not have homeowners insurance, you will not get the home. So it's time now, after we do the survey, the commitment, to go shopping. Any of your major companies can provide you with homeowner insurance. It's your job to get a good quote. Then we have the closing disclosures. All right. Up here earlier, we had the loan estimate. With the loan estimate, they gave us preliminary numbers. These are now harder numbers. We're 3 days out at this point from the closing table, 3 days. So those are numbers that are actually going to be on your closing disclosure saying, hey, this is what you're going to be paying monthly. These are what you're going to be bringing to the table. This is what the seller's bringing to the table to close, and so on and so forth. It's an itemized list of everything that you and the seller has to do in order to close on the house. And lastly, we got through all of this. Now we do the final walkthrough. We're inspecting, make sure make sure all repairs were done if we had agreed upon repairs. We're making sure the lights work, the garage door opener works. We're making sure that there's no paint on the wall, that nothing happened from the time that we did our inspection to the time that we're getting ready to close on this house. Typically, it's the day before or the day of closing. And last but not least, you and your family are walking to the title company with me, and we are closing, signing documents, and you are getting keys. Okay, so this is a more thorough breakdown of point A to point Z of what happens during the transactions. If you have any questions, DM me, text me, call me. Let's get this done. See you soon.